Another year, another group stage. We can't be doing that badly. No, you don't need to ask how the international team got on. We don't need to talk about that. They're fine. They're fine. Look the other way. Don't look behind the curtain. Look the other way. Hello, my name's Damien, I'm the Trucking Football Manager, and welcome back to the Green Army, welcome back to Europa FC for some group stage action. We are actually getting reasonably close to the start of the actual season as well. Won't be watching any of that, don't worry. And that's all brilliant. Everything's going really, really well, and there's no need to ask any other questions. Okay, fine, we lost to Armenia. Yeah, we're not doing well in this group stage, so we got beat 3-1 at home against Armenia, and then smashed 5-0 by Slovakia. I mean, getting smashed by Slovakia is hardly embarrassing, but it makes this calendar year not look so shiny for the international team. And it means that obviously we're in trouble here. We are a goal and 3 points behind Andorra because we gave them 3 points. That's how bad it is, yes. It's very, very, very bad. We've got Andorra still to play. You've got to think we're going to beat them, and hopefully by more than 4-3. So hopefully we're going to finish above Andorra. But I mean, it's not good enough, is it? We should have been targeting 4th, potentially even 3rd. And yeah, we've absolutely messed the bed. It's not good enough. Never mind. It also means that the national team ranking has plummeted from a peak 171st to 180th. We'll have to fix that with a lot of different things. I mean, we've got a lot of fixing to do, really. Yeah, I mean, if we look at the remaining schedule, we've got Andorra, Bulgaria, Portugal, Armenia. When we're on form, we could win 3 of those. Honestly, Portugal, we looked alright. I seem to remember we looked alright until we didn't. No, we did actually just get smashed. Who was it? Was it Bulgaria? Yeah, Bulgaria, we didn't deserve to lose 5-1. They scored on 44 and 45 plus 2 out of absolutely nothing to end the game, basically. Yeah, I mean, that's shocking. There was some swearing, to be fair. But yeah, Andorra away, Bulgaria away, Portugal home, Armenia away. And then that's it. So next season will be Nations League. We'll be in Group C because we won our group. But we'll have to just fold in as many friendlies as we can squeeze in. And try and get that ranking up and get spirits up. Because the thing is, it's much more difficult to get morale up when you have a national team. I mean, we've lost the last 6. I mean, that was a good calendar year. Let's just pretend it's still that year. We've lost the last 6 in a row. And in the process, not conceded less than 3 at any point. That's not going to be good for morale. And because of that, play against a team like Andorra, we won't do very well. So we need to squeeze in friendlies. I don't think there's anywhere we can put one currently. Oh, hang on. March the 22nd. Go on then. Someone like the Dominican Republic. That's probably a win. Confirm that. And chuck one on the other match on the other week as well. I mean, there's probably going to be fixtures there, but in case there's not, probably a little bit ambitious looking in the top 100, isn't it? But again, big hint if you're not aware of this already. You probably are, because I keep going on about it. Aim away from Europe, and you can beat some very big teams. Haiti, 81st. There you go. We'll have Haiti. If we can beat them, I should have gone away, really. Dominican Republic and Haiti. That would have been a fantastic holiday in the middle of March, but never mind. In terms of the club, we've not done a lot. You saw us get beat by Sturm Graz. We played San Roque in a friendly and absolutely mullered them. Fine, doesn't matter. We've got Apollon Limassol away. We're going to skip over the Charity Shield, because that's all that is, really, and play Brøndby at home. And then the season starts. We are basically not going to pay any attention to the league season this year. Not unless it starts going badly. I'm not quite at the rotate the entire squad phase, but then if you look at the fixture list, there's no need. Because okay, 16th to 21st, that's Saturday to Thursday. Then we've got a week off. 30th to 4th is Saturday to Thursday. Then we've got 2 weeks off. Saturday to Thursday. Saturday to Thursday. There's no fixture congestion. So, you know, there's literally no fixture congestion. There is no point at which we play more than 2 games in 5 days. So I'm not going to rotate heavily. We haven't really got the squad to rotate heavily anyway. If we look at the squad depth, we have Magruder, Reese up front with Stewart and Williams not far behind them. But Magruder is also our best left winger. Probably talk about the transfers very quick because you'll have seen the name already, but I will quickly bash it in here. Ronaldo Taraj finally agreed to come in. He's someone with some creative choices of position, no question. He's a left winger though, through and through really. I mean, he's right-footed, so he wants to be an inverted winger, wants to be an inverted forward. We can chuck him behind the front two. It's not a problem. Honestly, we could consider putting him up top. His finishing's okay, his composure's very good. He can also play right back, apparently, because why not, right? I mean, he can. That's what's weird about it. He can't really tackle, but he kind of can play right back. Game reckons he's a fringe player. He's also a homegrown player. As much as he came through the ranks at Tottenham, he's been at Lincoln for long enough to qualify as homegrown, which is why we have him, essentially. So, quick pop back to the squad depth, as you were. So, Taraj, Caetano, kind of. Taraj, Magruder up the left wing, Stewart up the right wing, or Caetano Hernandez. We are actually surprisingly short of a right winger, which is annoying. But if you take Stewart out of the lineup for striker, there's still plenty of good strikers here. Stewart can play right wing. Magruder can play left wing, really, and we can play Reese and Williams up top. Midfield, Swiderski and G are still ahead of everyone else, but I think this is pretty harsh on Tom Conlon. There's space there. I mean, Tom Conlon is not a worse centre midfielder than Jay Solivero. Sorry, that's just not true. Kian Ronan's in there. Boxall, we know, is a perfectly good centre mid. Till Beckwith as a ball winning midfielder? Really? Yeah, maybe not. At centre half, Okiowu, Jones, O'Driscoll, even Benny Kuto, the left back. We're solid at centre half. Really? We're probably going to have a bit of difficulty keeping all of them happy. At right back, we've got, Okiowu Jones again is going to be Beckwith at right back, who is in, but I don't know if that was 100% confirmed last time. He's gone to Freiburg for 150 grand. But with a massive sell-on clause and a 2-year loan back. So he is here for another year and 8 months. And that'll do me quite nicely. Game record, he's only worth 2.1 million quid. Top end. Harsh. Especially if Mullen's worth 8 or whatever it is he's gone for nowadays. It means that our centre mid is actually our best left back, according to this, Martin Swiderski. I horrendously disagree with that. You can't mark. I mean, ultimately, being able to mark is quite important as a left back. His positioning is not really good enough either. But wouldn't be playing him in there anyway. We've got Benny Kuto, who's a perfectly good left back. And for the sake of squad selection rules, we've got Jay Solivero at left back, who's, desperately slow. But he can go there. It's not ideal, but he can do it. Harry Jones can also do that. Harry Jones will happily play anywhere along the back four. He's literally just happy to be here. But, solid decision-making. The fact that his heading's a bit wonky actually suggests that maybe he's a better fullback. But he's not forward-minded at all. He can't cross, can't really run with it, can't really do anything that involves having the ball at his feet. But he's getting more determined. Unfortunately, he's suspended for European football, so, won't have to worry about him today. And in goal, we've got Archie Mann and Bradley Banda. It is interesting that the game, because I've said this before, quite often what I will do, just to make sure that the team's more or less what I want, is I'll hit quick pick just to clear out anyone who needs removing and then fix what he's done wrong. Because it's usually quite a lot. But it's interesting that the game regularly tries to choose the foreign goalkeeper, even though Banda's perfectly good there, and then make a terrible decision somewhere else to meet the squad selection rules. Again, not relevant in a conference league, but we had it a lot of times before where that lad, what was his name, Malachi, was it, from Fulham? The goalkeeper. The game would put him in and leave Banda out, even though there was not a lot to choose between two of them. But then, because the squad selection rules were ruined, it would end up playing Dylan Borke at centre-half. And it's like, well, there's the solution right there. Just put the homegrown goalkeeper in goal. But that's the side we're going to go with today, I think. Mayor in goal. Torres, he left exclusively? Oh, yeah, there we go. So let's just see if we can develop his weaker foot. Which is... Oh, he's already on it. He's already on it, folks. Oh, player wouldn't see any more benefit in training his weaker foot. He's not already on it. Additional focus. Why can't I just do weaker foot training? He should have weaker foot training. No? Fine, be like that, see if I care. Mayer is in goal with Kuto, Heaton, Okiowo and Beckwith along the back four. Conlon and Swiderski in the middle. Stewart and Taraj on the wings. McGruer and Reese up top. And are we missing anyone? I mean, Jake G needs some football, so we'll bring him in instead of Kian Ronan. Yes, let's do that. I mean, we're going to rotate pretty heavily for the Charity Shield anyway. Why do I feel like I've forgotten to tell you a thing? I probably haven't. It'll come to me. It won't come to me. You know this as well as I do. Tactical meeting. He wants me to put Jake G in midfield. He's not fit. So that's the team, what I just said. What I just said is true. Right, goalkeeper. No. Tyrrell Beckwith, number 2. You're going to have that shirt right back, mate. Taraj, number 8. Get on, mate. Let's go. Apollon Limassol. We've kind of glossed over this. They are Greek or Cypriot or Greek Cypriot or something like that. I mean, they're clearly Greek something. You can tell by the letters. But make the difference. Be the miracle. This is, again, a bit like last year. A group that we may or may not get out of comfortably. The issue is Lazio, obviously. We're not going to win the group because Lazio are in it. But it's a bit of a bun fight between all of the other three. Swiderski. Big booming ball across to Kuto, who's got space. There's 3 in front of him if he picks out the right ball. He cuts it across there early. Reese buries it in the bottom corner, and 100 seconds in. Yep, got that one right. 100 seconds in, we go 1-0 up away in Cyprus or Greece. I think it's Cyprus. Because I seem to remember when it was drawn, I was confusing with Apo and Nicosia. Maybe. I don't know. Either way, we're winning a football match. What matters is we're winning. And again, don't forget there's a huge chunk of cash with every win. Christostomu crosses it in. Beckwith heads away well. We're looking for a penalty. I mean, Beckwith has won that ball clean and easy. The referee is called Christian Dingert. And he's been a bit of a Dingert there, giving away a penalty. Stewart shoved someone over, apparently. Hepburn Murphy. Wait, what? Why do I know that name? That's annoying. That's going to bug me now. I'm going to have to click on him and then he'll score more goals. Europressy have rather stumbled out of the blocks here. We scored first, you cheeky game. Why do I know that name? That's annoying me. Villa, Cambridge, Tranmere, Derby, Paphos. That's annoying me now. If you're a creator and you've been using this player, do give us a shout and let me know why I know him. Did I sign him for Argyle on my private save? I don't think so. And he's English, right? Oh, he's Jamaican. But that wouldn't be a reason for me to know him. That's annoying me. Tell me in the comments. It'll be something really obvious. He's probably like prolific in real life, isn't he? That's annoying me though. So tell me in the comments why I know that name. Come on, quickly. Quick, get that psychic thing going and tell me why I know that name. Ironically, I'm recording this far enough ahead I might have forgotten I asked that question and be wondering why you're telling me, but never mind. Kuto has a throw-in high up the pick. Pick. Conlon to Kuto. Deep cross in. McGruer's under it. McGruer doesn't miss headers like that. Referee is going to ruin this one for us as well. Looking for an offside. I mean, to me, he looked like he was standing behind the defender. Oh, what a dingot this referee actually is. Right, okay, fine, never mind. Yeah, but it doesn't count because he went back on. That's how it works, right? It's like ice hockey. Right, Satsias with a throw-in. Sotiriou breaks out wide, drives in the cross deep. Hepburn Murphy's under it and his head just over top. Was he at Liverpool? No. He wasn't. I just looked at his history. Oh, that's so annoying. It's just going to bug me. Jovanovic is taking the goal kick. Sends it long. Heaton's under it and loses out. Nicolau to Christostomu to Sotiriou. And it's gone all the way out wide to Satsuma. Don't take the piss out of me. Keeper, what are you doing? Oh, dear Lord. Right, okay. So the ball just bobbles in front of the goalkeeper who just does not react to it in the slightest. And I'm always really forgiving of goalkeeper errors on this channel. You'll have noticed that yourself. So he's probably not nervous for his future at all. I mean, Kuto, I don't know what he's even trying to do. Kuto lays the ball back to him and he just doesn't react to it. We don't need to see it again. Right, I mean, we've been better than them, haven't we? Haven't we? I mean, the XG is obviously high, but they got a penalty they didn't deserve. And we scored 2 goals. Didn't deserve to get ruled out. No, they didn't. Stop saying that. This is getting a bit easy, though, isn't it? It's hacked away in the end. And, yeah, we need to... The half-time's come at the right time, I think. Not creative enough, we're not positive enough. It's bad news for the English game. Swiderski, I believe. Believe. Right, what we're going to do with this lot, because the wingers have not been in the game at all. Stewart's managed to pick out a booking despite not being in the game. Taraj has looked absolutely lost, but he's new, so we kind of let him off that. There kind of isn't an answer, is there? We haven't looked that bad. I don't want to make wild sweeping changes. Let's stop playing out of defence. And let's play wider. See if we can get the wingers into the game more. Focused on the wings. I don't know if sending the ball, actively trying to send the ball towards a player on a 6.2 rating is actually the right way to go about this, but we're going with it now. We've committed 15 fouls, so fair play to only get the 1 booking, really. Referee's been generous on that front, at least. But it's not happening. 62nd minute, it's still not happening. We are going to put... What are we going to do? Think. You gotta think. Think. Think about what you're trying to do to me. We're going to put McGruer onto the left wing. Taraj off and Williams on. Yes? I think that's what we're going to do. It seems to be what we've already done. Yes, okay, fair enough. Conlon's not been great either, so we're going to bring Boxall on and swap him for Swiderski. And leave it at that, 62nd minute. Maybe the correct answer is to bypass the wingers rather than actively trying to find them. In fact, yeah, they're still floating on 6-3s and 6-4s. Nicolau, a deep free kick, has a go and hits the crossbar on the way over. Okay, let's just do it the other way around then. Tactics, we're going to go 3 up top. McGruer in the middle of the 3. McGruer in the middle of the 3. No, there. Thank you. And then we're going to hook Stewart, who's on a booking, for Jake G. And we're just going to go flat 4-3-3, I think. Ball in midfield to defend. Boxall, you can push forward a bit. Advanced playmaker attack. McGruer. Pressing forward attack. Let's go with that. Just want to get some. I want to get the goal for the money, really. You know, if we can get a point off it, it's a chunk of cash. It's a good solid header just over the top from McGruer. 10 to play. We've been very close. Like I say, the XG for them is much higher, but you've got to remember a penalty's worth of 0.8 of an XG. So, it turns out to not be enough. And we go lose 2-1 to Apollon Limassol. Away from home, close game, dodgy referee. It would have been nice. Lazio smashed Brøndby 4-0. Newcastle smashed Vélez 8-1. Holy smokes. So if we... I mean, Brøndby will be on a downer after that. If we can get points off them, at least that's something. Tarkovic is the Slovakian boss watching Swiderski. Well, you know. Lucky you. Right. I'm going to gloss over the Charity Shield and I'll meet you back in Brøndby. See you there. So we've won the most important trophy we could ever possibly win. The Pepe Reyes Cup. With a 5-3 win over Lincoln. Interesting fact, it's not only my assistant manager that gives you ridiculous suggestions to meet eligibility criteria. I was looking through the squad thinking, I don't recognise some of those names. Are they all eligible or are they cheating? They're not cheating. What they are doing is they're playing a left back up top. So it's no wonder he didn't have the best game. He can't even head the ball. Like, they obviously... it must be the way that it develops the squad. The way that it picks is to go best player, best player, best player, best player, and then when it gets to the point where it must add homegrown players, it goes the best one available. Rather than making maybe a slightly more intelligent decision of not playing Gordon at left back and playing this lad at left back, and then you can put whoever you want up top. But either way, let's watch the goals. It will take longer than it usually does. We started poorly. Ramuni finding Collins, back to Ramuni, and the ball's driven across to young Coombs, who's completely unmarked, and Banda, who, as far as I can tell, covers his head to get away from it. Then we missed a penalty in there as well. I gave it to Taraj, and I thought, let him score against his old club, and he did not do that. Reese there, that was his third or fourth time he hit the back of the net. He kept getting ruled out for offside. Caetano with a solid header there. The missed penalty was earlier, actually, it turns out. Ronan back, or later even. Magruder crosses the back second. Caetano wins another header at the back there to make it, I've lost count, 3, 4, something like that. Reese back to Swiderski, and Beckwith finds Reese, who can cut across to Magruder easily enough, tuck one in there. And they did generate perhaps a slight fear towards the death. This ball out to Ramuni was lovely. Big ball, and young Coombs again completely losing his man. I think we might need to poach him. And finally, Francis from the spot made it 4-3. And in the 92nd of 92, Reese once again broke through their back line to tuck it into the bottom corner at the second time of asking. To give us a 5-3 win over Lincoln. Good morale boosting, lots of goals. The strikers both performed well. Taraj didn't turn up again, but we're going to call that lack of gelling. So, yeah, we'll just call it that. One thing we'll quickly touch on, if this was mentioned in the comments of a video, admittedly now about a week ago, but I've been recording ahead, about what do we need to achieve to start getting straight into group stages, and that's a relevant question. If we look at the qualification places now, to qualify directly into a group, you'd need to be 10th with Greece. That's the first time you get an automatic place. And 10th through 6th, or 10th through 7th rather, get one automatic group stage place in the Champions League. And then you start getting into the really good stuff, where you get, 4 group stage places, 2 Europa League, and so on. So we have to get to 10th in the Nation Club coefficients. We are currently, hold the line caller, I've lost us. There we go, 41st with 10.25. Now obviously our 27-28 coefficient is 1.75 already. And that's before, I believe that's before our input gets added. I think. I'm pretty sure a score is only added when the team is knocked out. I might be wrong about that. Either way, we can do a little bit better than 1.75. We got 5.125 last year. Most of that obviously being us. But Lincoln went a bit deeper than they have before. So that's probably why that's slightly higher. But it means that we're still 41st. To get to 10th, we'd need 33.525 points. So here's what I'm going to say. We can't do that on our own. We can't do that on our own. We need one of the other teams in this division to step up to start regularly getting into group stages. Because to get 33 points, bearing in mind that we did that. We had a really good season in Europe last year and we got 5.125 points. You get that over 5 years, that's 25 points. That's not enough. So we need to consider at what point we're going to take another team into Europe. Anyway, that's a long way in the future. Europa FC have retained the cup. Why didn't we take it? We lost it last year, did we? Oh, that's disappointing. Oh no, we did retain it. Past winners 26. Yeah, that's right. That's fine. Another win for us, and Maguire's on form. Hey, do I get to be a club legend yet? Nope. Never mind. Right, forward to Brøndby. So it's Brøndby to play. Slightly worried by the fact that Lazio beat Apollon 5-2 in the early game. So Lazio are clearly going to be an issue. This one, I think, Brøndby at home, it's a must-win. It's early doors for it to be a must-win, but it's a must-win. If we lose this one as well, Europe's over, I think. Which, I mean, it wouldn't be a massive surprise, but it would be ever so nice to get out of the group stage, or at least to pick up a few wins. Because let's face it, 2 wins in this group stage, and that's £1 million. Would be nice. Archie Mayer will play in goal again, despite his questionable antics in the last European tie. Couto, Jones, Heaton, and Okiowo are back 4. Beckwith's just got a niggle, nothing serious, but there's no point starting him. Swiderski and G in the middle. Stewart and McGruer on the wings. Williams and Rees up top. Now that is 4 strikers in the front 4. So we should be outscoring them, really. We should certainly be scoring several goals between those 4. We've just tweaked it so that we are by default now starting a little bit wider. Not silly by any stretch, but just a little bit wider. Nothing to lose here. Make the difference. Be the miracle. Yeah. I've just picked a team. Well, not quite just picked a team for the Gibraltar national side. And I've also gone on my yearly randomly add everyone under 18 who qualifies and scout every single one of them. So that's probably going to take about 6 months to get through. Stewart breaking down the right wing. Big cross in. Williams saved away. It wasn't even saved away. It was just a terrible and terrific. No, wait, that makes it worse. Terrible and horrific finish. Mayer with the big ball forward, and Rees can beat Norregard. He's through. He's been forced a little bit wide by Jakobsen, but there's now men in the middle. Cuts it back to G, Rees was offside, wasn't he? No, never mind. Williams might have been. We've got a header and we've got a goal and we're 1-0 up, and it counts. Woo! We like it when they count. Yes, solid start, but we started well against Apollon. Let's not get too excited. G's cross. I mean, I'd go back 6. McGruer's completely unmarked. He cuts in at the last second. Williams for a good solid header. And in the 7th minute, now all we need to do is not collapse. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? But yes, in the early game, like I say, Apollon got smashed by Lazio. So in many ways, it's good because it opens up the bottom end of the group for us. But in many other ways, it's a little bit scary. We do play Lazio back-to-back. Jakobsen out wide to Butson and Vita to Radosevic. There we go. Vita to Butson again. McGruer doing some good closing down. We did go with McGruer instead of Taraj for this one. Taraj, I just think he needs a little bit longer to gel. He's been largely invisible for every game we've played so far. Rees takes it out wide again, cuts back to McGruer, who just smacks it. Goalkeeper makes a save, and Stewart somehow doesn't get it around the left back. And again, we've started this one very, very well. Couto's cross this time, and it's headed somewhere. Not vaguely near the goal, really. And 20 minutes down, they haven't had a shot yet. We're going to chuck some praise at them early. We're going to praise them like we should. Capis floats one forward. Jones intercepts well, and Couto powers forward. McGruer back to Couto, and G to Rees. And all the way back to Heaton. G goes forward to Rees again. And this one's through to Williams. Swiderski's beside him. Williams goes himself. And I don't really understand what that hit to make it bounce like that, but never mind. I'm a little worried about Williams. I think I said this before. Mayer coming bombing out of his area to head that one down to Heaton. I don't understand that bit of play, but okay. G goes out wide to Stewart. Yeah, Williams, he's just not quite firing. And he's meant to be our best striker for Gibraltar. But actually for Gibraltar, our best striker is Dylan Borke, which says a lot. Because here, he's not top 5. Rees to Stewart. Floats on a cross. Williams is there. And the thing is, he's so young. McGruer tucks it away. Williams with a beautiful assist and we're cleaning up. Williams is so young. I think he's now just 21, maybe? We're not allowed to click on him, so we'll find out another time. Maybe 22 by now. But he's young, is my point. And yes, you're always going to struggle to shine in a side that's got McGruer in it. If we swap that over to that and then hover. Oh, it went away. Never mind. Olsen. Long ball forward. Heaton just brings it under control. G to Jones. And it's looking at the minute a little bit attack versus defence, isn't it? Williams knocks it down to Swiderski this time, who absolutely thunders at home. We're looking at the ref. I think this one's offside. I would say Williams is offside. And, I mean, I'm not going to say that's proving my point, but you're 2-0 up, just stay onside. Like, he's not even close. And it's not even like it was a delayed pass. That was the fastest he could have got it out there. Manuel Williams is 21. Born 11/5/2006. That says a lot. Let's go with the happy mode. And he's got a rating of 8.2 at the minute, to be fair. I realise I'm probably making a storm in a teacup out of this, but with McGruer and Stewart both refusing to even contemplate playing for Gibraltar, we are short of strikers. Reese might qualify soon-ish. How old is he again? Oh, let's look at him. Reese, there we go. He's 25-year-old and Welsh, with no caps and no youth caps. So he's an option. We're fast approaching 75th minute and we're still 2-0 up. Let's make some changes. Swiderski off and Kian Ronan on. Let's give Taraj some more football. We'll take off we'll take off Russell Stewart, who's also been invisible. Taraj, we've started training as a right winger because he's right-footed. I'd rather have him as an option on the right wing at least. He can't really cross the ball, but if he's going to be playing as a winger, probably makes sense for him to be on a stronger side. And yes, I know I can't expect him to play well if I'm putting him in a position he's not really familiar with. But at the same time, you've got to learn somehow. Radosevic has a go, and it's the outside of the post. Is that their first shot? Well, it wasn't on target, was it? Mary Kate and Ashley plays a long ball forward, and is well won by Heaton. McGruer. Down the line to Couto. And here's Williams. Crunched by Jakobsen. McGruer has it back, and this is Jones to G. Heaton to Jones. Ronan balloons one out wide. Taraj completely fails to control it, but that gets it before it goes in. It's a great ball in, and Reese, what a shinner that was. I mean, that is a gorgeous ball in by Taraj. And I do find myself wondering whether an assist there is going to really help his career progression, but he doesn't get it, so it doesn't matter. Couto's crossed the back stick, and Jones heads it just over the top. 2 to play. Okiowo throws into Taraj, nods it to Reese, who volleys it first time across to McGruer, who heads it in, and the line can standing still again. But I think this one counts, and it does, and it's 3-0. McGruer with 2 goals from the left wing. I'm going to start playing him in goal and see if he can score from there. I mean, this first time volleyed cross by Reese, that's nice. McGruer peels away, heads it in. Lovely. 3-0 win over Brøndby. It's a shame we're not in the Europa League where we could finish third and parachute. Because at the minute, third looks more likely. That's a lovely hit there by Tolberg, but it's off the post and then hacked clear. We've had 27 shots, 11 on target. 12 on target. Very proud. And that's a chunk of cash. It puts us behind Limassol, obviously, on the head-to-head. But, you know, I mean, with the £500,000, lovely stuff. We like £500,000. Let's look at the competition table. Actually, we'll have a quick look at finance as well. Finances, thank you. 5.6 million in the bank. Obviously, we lose money when we're not in Europe. That's to be expected. But actually, if you look at last season, we sort of floated around the same kind of number all season, didn't we? About £3 million all the way through. And now we're up to 5.5. What can we ask for? Training facilities, junior coaching budget. Come on. Give me some of that juicy junior coaching budget. I'd love some expanded scouting range, please. New contract? Nah, not fussed about that. Go on then, training facilities if there's nothing else. Yeah, I would say, oh, hello. Training facilities are a yes. £1.84 million will start at the end of the season. It's a bit annoying. Just get on with it now. Oh, wait, hang on. Start date 29/11. That's not the end of the season. But that's good news. Let's not argue. 29/11/2027. So that is, what, 2 months away. Couto suspended, which means we're going to be a little bit shy of left-backs in this next game. But that's fine. Schedule-wise, we're obviously going to come back for Lazio. We will do... They're a bit far away, aren't they? Well, actually... Now, we've got to do some league football, so we'll come back for Lazio Magpies, I guess. Yeah, we can't just do nothing but European football. Can we do nothing but European football? Makes them a bugger to record, I'm not going to lie. I'll decide closer to the time, because honestly, Lazio might be the better way to go. Because this is the competition that matters. We're going to get smashed in both of them, that's the problem. But yeah, our goal difference is positive, but it doesn't matter unless we can beat Limassol at home. If we can beat Limassol at home, then we're absolutely flying. Lazio have won 4-0 away at Brøndby and 5-2 at home against Limassol. I'll leave that for you to decide what's going to happen there. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please do like, sub up if you are new, share this video around, talk to your friends about what a wondrous series you've found, and also you can mention this one at the same time. And I will see you next week. Have a lovely weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.